Hello and welcome to Bakies The Sims 4 custom content. In this series I show you everything I made for The Sims 4. This week I merged 4 older mods into a single one. Instead of 4 water reed objects in your catalog to spawn pond animals, now only 1 is needed. I do have to say that the Dragonflies catch interaction isn't included in this new mod, so you might still want to keep that one. Another thing that's important to know is that you will need the Get Famous expansion pack for the interaction menu to work. As for those older mods, for which only the base game is required, all of them have an updated version now that fix a few small things. So if you prefer those over this new one, please download them again. Now let's take a look at this new water reed object. First of all, to easily find it, type water reed into the search bar. You can also find it by going to the fountain's decoration section. The thumbnail will show a water reed with all available animal effects and my BakieGaming icon in the lower right corner. Clicking the color stripes will let you choose between these 8 recolors. While placing this object in build mode, you will notice that it can be placed both on terrain as on the water surface. You will also see that repeat placement is activated for this object. This makes it easier and faster to create larger areas full of water reeds. To show you all animal effects, I only placed the water reed object once though. If you want to activate the effects, first go into live mode. After that, click the object and click on Set Pond Animal Effect. Now 5 options will appear. Clicking the first option makes 3 dragonflies to appear. Be sure that your game is in play mode though. As you can see, the dragonflies will fly quite far away from the water reed object, but will always return near to it. They will keep flying around for an infinite time. If you want to deactivate the effect, click the object again and click on the Pond Animal Effect Off option. Another way to deactivate the current effect is by choosing another one. In this case, the Spawn 3 Ducks option. When choosing this effect, or the next one with the wild ducks, your pond has to be at least 6 times 12 floor tiles large, with the water reed object placed in the middle, pointing the footprint to the longest side of the pond. As you probably don't like your water reeds to be in the exact middle of the pond, I recommend making the pond even bigger. These white ducks will swim around for an infinite time while quacking every now and then. Deactivating them works almost the same as for the other effects. In this case I will deactivate them by activating the wild ducks. As you can see, the white ducks won't disappear immediately. For some strange reason they will only disappear completely after zooming out until they disappear, and after that zooming back in. This is something I can't fix, as it's a problem with the effect in game rather than with the mod itself. Just as the white ducks, the wild ones also swim around for an infinite time while quacking. Sometimes these wild ducks spawn together with some ducklings. You can't say when they will be spawning with or without them though. The only way to get them to appear the way you want them to is by deactivating and reactivating them. The ducklings can then be spawned both behind a single duck as behind 2 of them. Before activating the water or terrain version of the duck plus ducklings effect, be sure to point the footprint of the water reed object into the direction you want your duck plus ducklings to swim or walk. After activating, it will take a few in-game minutes for the duck plus ducklings to appear. The ducklings also don't always appear in the exact same order every time. They will swim or walk approximately 13 tiles long before disappearing. As they will slowly fade away, you might want to hide that part with other water reed objects or plants. This will make it look more realistic. Be also aware that this effect will only appear once, so if you want to use it for screenshots or videos, simply deactivate and reactivate the effect to see it once again. For all effects count that if certain animals do not appear, your game graphical settings might be too low, the season in which your game is right now stops the animals from appearing, or the time of the day does. For example, dragonflies do not appear in the evenings or at night. If you want to use multiple effects at the same time, you still need to place multiple objects. For example, in this scene I placed 3 water reeds in the middle of the pond and activated 2 of them with the wild ducks and dragonflies. The third water reed object is only used as decoration. Another thing I would recommend is making use of the algae from the Jungle Adventures or Get Together pack to place around the water weed objects when placed on the water surface to give it a more natural look. When using them on terrain, the pampas grass from the base game fits perfectly to the first swatch of the water weed object, as I used that object as a base. Some other mods made by me that can be used in combination with the water weed to create beautiful natural ponds are the animated frogs, the animated jumping frog, the group of koi fish, the lily pads plus fish effect, the water shimmering, but also my Olympus and quartet fountains. If you want to know more about them, click the video links in the description down below. If you like this animated water weed plus pond animal FX mod, please let me know by leaving a comment and hitting the thumbs up button. Share this video if you think more people should know about it. For a download link, take a look in the video description. And if you don't want to miss my future videos, subscribe, and then I hope to see you back soon here on BakieGaming.